Hi, I'm Garrick DeMeyer from Royal Constrictor Designs. I wanted to share with you a few new ball pythons that I just hatched out over the past couple of weeks. These first ones are banana 100% Peptides. I bred a banana to a piebald and got 3 male banana 100% Peptides. Can't go wrong with that project. The banana or coral glow pied is a pretty awesome morph, so these will be key to producing those. Just pair these up with a pied or a Peptide female for a good chance to produce them. So those are some banana Peptides. Sticking with the bananas, here is a Pastel Banana Clown. That's a male too. And then this is one of the Pastel Clowns that hatched in that same clutch. I had a total of 3 eggs in that clutch. It was my smallest clutch of the year, but I got it was from Pastel Banana Clown bred to a clown, and I got 1 Pastel Banana Clown and 2 Pastel Clowns. Banana Clowns are one of my favorite morphs by far. Just so colorful and it's awesome blushing through there. Really, really cool snake. Okay. Then here's another clutch that came out pretty cool. This was from breeding a fire stinger bee to a pastel. So a fire spider, fire spider and enchi male to a pastel female. Sorry, I get so many different morphs here, kind of get confused sometimes as to what I'm even talking about. So that's got all the genes in there. Fire, pastel, spider, and enchi. And this one's a male. He'll be for sale on my website pretty soon. This right here is a regular fire spider pastel. It's actually a really white one. It's almost like black and white. It almost looks axanthic, but it's not. So that's the difference between not having enchi and having enchi in it. These babies hatched out big too. I think this one's probably close to 100 grams, and these are only about a week and a half old. They just shed. Okay. Another one. This is from a Pastel Superstripe bred to a Pastel Yellow Belly. The first one here is just a regular Superstripe. I got a Pastel Ivory. So Superstripe is Spectre times Yellow Belly. Ivory is Yellow Belly times Yellow Belly. And this one right here is a Super Pastel Superstripe. These look amazing as adults. I have a couple that I hatched out last year that I held back. The white turns yellow, but it's a really bright yellow. Like even as adults, they're just awesome looking. If you want a bright yellow snake with a nice high contrast striping down the back, that's the one to get. So Pastel, Super Pastel Superstripe. Okay, then we got a few more here. Let's see, what do we got in here? Here is a black pastel pied. This is the second one like this that I've hatched out. Most of the time they have a little bit more pattern than this, and not heads that are colored quite like that with the white on the face. I hatched out one like this last year, And then this guy right here too. It's a really, really cool snake. I can get him to sit still here. So that's the black pastel pied. And there's this guy right here. This was produced from breeding a coral glow firefly to a cinnamon pewter. I have another one of these that hatched out too. I don't have it in this tub here, but another one that hatched out too that looks just like this, but it's even more washed out looking than that. I think that this one is a fire cinnamon coral glow. I don't know if there's pastel in it or not. The other one that I hatched out, I can tell there definitely is pastel in it, possibly even super pastel. It's almost, I don't know if it'll show through up in the camera, but it's almost pink when you see it in person. So I'm going to keep this guy and see what he grows up to look like. But I'll be selling the other one on my website pretty soon. And then I've just got a couple more pastel clowns. This is the other one that hatched out with the banana pastel clown. And this is one from another clutch. And then here's another one that hasn't shed yet. Pretty big difference post-shed versus pre-shed. This one's got a really white head for some reason. This one's got more of a typical yellowish head. So you can never have too many clowns and pastel clowns in your collection, so I'm going to keep these three and add them in as future breeders. And then the last ones that I wanted to show, and unfortunately these haven't shed yet, but I have a clutch. I bred a banana het genetic stripe to a cinnamon genetic stripe, and I got a banana genetic stripe male. Like I said, he hasn't shed yet. And then I have a cinnamon banana genetic stripe. And this did not turn out the way I expected. I thought because the cinnamon genetic stripe was so dark that the banana version would end up being purple. But it's actually basically like a solid orange with very little striping. You can see a little bit of striping towards the back part of the body, but not much. And unfortunately he's in shed right now. He actually looked a lot nicer when he first hatched. And then I'll make another video showing him at some point after he sheds too. I think this is going to be a really cool snake. It's almost like a patternless orange. So just one of those situations where what I envisioned in my head did not really turn out, which is part of what makes breeding ball python morphs interesting. You can kind of get an idea of what you think something's going to look like based on what ingredients are in the morph. But until you actually see it, you don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. So I have two of these that hatched out. I'll be selling one, and then the other one, this one, I'm going to keep. I always try to keep the first of every new morph that I produce. So, and this is one I've been working towards for quite a while. So I'm going to keep a hold of him. So that's the banana cinnamon genetic stripe. Okay, so that's all the snakes that I have to show you today. I'll be hatching out a lot more. Got a lot in the incubator yet, so I'll be making a lot of videos showing future hatchlings. So stay tuned on my YouTube channel. Make sure to visit my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com, and also make sure to like us on Facebook. Thanks.